Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks, but here we are in the top of the first between the Union Bulldogs and the Bluefield College Rams, part of a crucial AAC doubleheader. I'm Bailey Engel, and I'm glad to have you with us on a windy day. Imagine that, at Graham Rec Park in Bluefield, Virginia. Really, the wind is whipping from right to left, and there's one out here in the top of the first. And Gore went down on strikes, and King got on with the single. So here is Talton. And a 1-1 count. Cameron Pearson in the circle for Bluefield. Mary Blake Avery over at third. At short, getting the start today, Lakin Sparks. Over at first, Meredith Throckmorton, as that pitch is swung on and jammed right back towards the backstop for strike two. So we got two games today, pushed up to today as opposed to tomorrow, where we're expecting a lot of snow, even though spring seems like it just came here. A 1-2 count. Pearson's already got one strikeout, as that one loops high, and it's ball two. Count at 2-2. Talton batting third. Lyle in the cleanup spot. Heed batting fifth and playing as the catcher. Godwin, the center fielder, batting sixth, while Bass will get the start at second base and bat seventh. Whip and the pitch. Swinging a little number foul, bouncing over towards the back or the dugout for Bluefield. So Tedder will be the designated player, batting eighth. Corum batting ninth and playing in right field. While the pitcher Cazares will not be batting in this one. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A runner at first and 1 out, still no score. 2-2. Swinging, it's pulled foul again. So the count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rams coming off of getting swept against Milligan a couple of days ago right here at Graham Rec Park. Now playing against the first place team in the AAC. Despite having a losing record, the Bulldogs have an 11-3 record in the conference. Another 2-2, just missing outside. It's ball 3. Oh, Riley O'Neill almost trying to frame that one up. Payoff. Swinging another pulled foul, so staying in it this time is Talton. 3 balls, 2 strikes. King got on with a single that snuck right between Sparks as well as Mary Blake Avery. Melick out in left field, getting the start in center today, Caitlin Pennington. And in right for the Rams, Taylon Strange. Second payoff from Pearson. Swinging a pop-up right behind home plate, and Talton really is fighting through this one. Well, Shelley Newton's Bluefield College Rams really could use a win to try to move a little bit higher up in the AAC standings. Now second to last, right in front of Allen and tied with St. Andrews. Well, that wind really whipping out towards left field could help a right-handed batter in Talton. 3-2, popped up again right behind home plate. That's going to go over our backstop and out of play. A time call. Talton will get a new bat, and O'Neill's going to talk this one over with her pitcher. Rams going with the blue jerseys today with the white pants. The blue stripes right down the side. Union looking kind of similar to Milligan, what came in here a couple of days ago, but now Union wearing the white jerseys and the orange numbers and letters with the orange pants and the black stripe, coming from Barberville, Kentucky. Long at bat for Talton, still 1 out. Union looking for the first run of the day in the top of the first inning. Another 3-2. A pulled foul. Boy, she was early on that one. That's going to roll all the way down the mountain. So now hoping for a new game ball. Buddy Gallimore trying to whip one in. Assistant coach for the Rams. Just the 11th pitch now this at-bat. So Talton with that Bow flying behind her and the wind pulling right to left. She's got a runner at first in King. Another payoff. Swinging a pop-up, left side, foul territory, and Mary Blake Avery just couldn't find it in the sky. So now the 12th pitch coming up from Pearson. Really battling here, the senior from Tennessee. Runner at first. From the belt, she delivers. Swinging a pulled foul again. Boy, she's refusing to go down in this one. She has been early on the majority of the pitches and on time with a few of them that skied right back behind home plate, not a play. So still no score. 1 out after Gore went down on strikes. Pitch. Swinging a grounder over to short. Sparks tosses second. Tag there. Throw to first. Hops in the glove. Outs. 6-4-3 double play. After that long at-bat, Bluefield will go into the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. Looking for the lead coming up here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Monique Cazares will start out in the circle for Union, and leading off for the Rams in center field today, the senior from Chilhowie, Virginia, Kate Pennington. So still no score going into the bottom of the first inning. Cazares with a long whip in the pitch in. And a fastball goes right down the middle, strike one. Rams coming into this one at 5-14, looking for some big-time AAC wins and a try to bounce back into their season. They're a team that has been rippled with injuries as that wind blows out towards left. The 0-1 swung on the ground, hit over to third, throw to first in time, and there is one away. So that'll bring up Lauren Bailey, the second baseman. Shelly Newton really mixing around this lineup here. Pennington usually playing out at shortstop, and now Lakin Sparks gets the start there today. And Erin Haley out of the starting lineup after that series against Milligan, where she got the start in center. First pitch to the lefty. It's a fastball that notches on the outside corner for Bailey, and it is strike one. Jiggling the ball around in her right hand. Long whip pitch. Swinging a tapper right back to Cazares. Throw to first is there. So two straight groundouts to start out things in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, still no score. That'll bring up Cameron Pearson. Well, Pearson, the transfer coming from Motlow State Community College in Tennessee. Digs in on the right side with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch takes a big cut and a miss at a changeup outside. Well, Pearson doing a good job at the plate so far this year. .451 for Bluefield's main pitcher. She has 3 homers and 12 RBIs. That's tied for the team lead in homers with Meredith Throckmorton, who's due up next. 0-1. Swinging a little number out towards third. She's got it. Rockets to first, and the Rams go 3 up, 3 down to start out things in the bottom of the first. Headed to the second inning. Still no score from Bluefield. Now to the second inning in game one of this doubleheader, leading off into the second with a scoreless tie. It is now Heil, the first baseman. Oh, swing and a miss for Heil on the first pitch she's seen of the day. Cameron Pearson had one strikeout there to start out. Well, Haley Lyle, rather. 0-1. Changeup dropping low. That's something that Cameron Pearson might have to work on. The changeups haven't really been in the zone. The fastball has worked. The changeups have looped high, and then right there you saw it just drop down towards home plate. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Trying to jam her up. And now the count is at 1-2. Well, that wind is just about the worst thing ever. Well, Lauren Talton was up against Pearson the last inning as a check swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lackadaisical swing there from Haley Lyle, and Cameron Pearson has her second strikeout of the game. Now to bring up Mandy Head, wearing number 5, flashing the bat. Now brings it back, swing and a miss. Cameron Pearson so far working well, jumping out to early leads on these batters rather than having to work back in the count. Pitch. Inside. Count evens at 1-1. Shelly Newton actually just established that, or hung up that American flag out in center field. There was a tattered one on the right field foul pole, but then took it down. 1-1. It's on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch there from Cameron Pearson. Boy, that flagpole really is whipping around. Still just a few clouds in sight, though, as the 1-2 is popped over the head of Lakin Sparks into left field. There's a base hit for Mandy Head, and the single puts her on with one out in the top of the second inning. No score still. So with a runner at first, here comes Bailey Godwin. Godwin batting left-handed with that big bow behind her batting helmet, orange, black, and white. That's like Union. The pitch. And the lefty watches a fastball go high and outside. It's already the second hit allowed of the day from Cameron Pearson. She has 2 strikeouts. And really, Union looks like they can work up to high pitch counts for this pitcher. As Pearson hits the outside corner, just a beautiful fastball again. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Pitch. Swinging a grounder towards third. Bobbled there. Throw to first. A little high. Throckmorton lays down a tag but drops it. Runner going to third now. Throckmorton whips across the diamond. Tag. Yes, out. Mandy Head rolling the dice to try to get to third base, and Throckmorton able to throw it across the diamond to get out the lead runner. So now we'll have to see what the conference is. His Head is going to go back to second. And I think there was some sort of conference as to whether the play should have been dead, because Bailey Godwin called time at first after running into Meredith Throckmorton. So now, after all that, there is just one out and both runners are safe. That will likely be an E5 on Throckmorton after bobbling it on that little hard-hit grounder. So Head at second, Godwin at first. That'll bring up Randy Bass. Well, you really can't think straight here. Buddy Gallimore's going to talk this one over with the umpires, trying to figure out what the call should be. This is all the Bluefield sports we'll have on the Rams Digital Sports Network this weekend. Next week, a pretty packed week. Bluefield College Rams baseball on the road today at Tennessee Wesleyan. Boy, that's a big game for them. They had a huge loss yesterday, but trying to bounce back into it, see how Jose Perez and Josh McGee can do. 2 guys that are really lighting it up on the boys' side of things. Now, after all that's explained, we go right back to the diamond here at Graham Rec Park. And that will bring up Tedder. So for Mariah Tedder, she's got 2 runners on base. Corner infielders playing in for Bluefield. The pitch, and Tedder jams and fouls on the right side and bouncing into the parking lot. So someone's going to have to go walk and get that. And the count is at 0-1. Tedder, the designated player in the lineup and batting 8th. Corum on deck. Pearson, pitch, inside corner. So Pearson's working the corners today with that sunflower in her hair. As the black headband on. Those Bluefield blue jerseys, kind of like them. They have the red trim going around the white letters. Number on the front, the cursive that says Bluefield. 0-2. Thought about it and laid off. O'Neill whips it right back to the pitcher. So Tedder gets the inaugural ball. The at-bat, 1 ball and 2 strikes. See if Bluefield can try to turn 2 again. Pitch. Well inside. Well, 2 balls and 2 strikes after that pitch rose a tad bit high. Well, up on top of the mountain here in Appalachia, it is so windy. 2-2. Swinging another foul ball jammed right on the top panel of the backstop. O'Neill goes right back to her perch right behind home plate. Cameron Pearson stepping out of the circle, approaches back to the rubber. Head at second, Godwin at first. Now the 2-2. Swinging a foul ball, skying out of here. And that is going to avoid the gutter, so we will see that ball again. Just an explanation, there's a gutter that runs parallel to the road that encroaches here at Graham Rec Park, and when that ball rolls into him, it goes all the way down to the swamp. 2-2. High and in at the fingertips. And now the count is full, ball 3. Randy Bass hanging in there. Like with Lauren Talton, these Union batters working up the pitch counts of Cameron Pearson today. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Got her chasing on a high fastball. And now there are 2 outs. Strikeout number 3 for Cameron Pearson. So the runners stay at bay at second and first base. Mandy Head there on a single, and at first, Bailey Godwin gone with an E5. Here comes Mariah Tedder. Pitch. Tedder lays off a high fastball, ball 1. High and in. And the wind-up differentials as time is called now. Riley O'Neill's trying to talk this one over with their pitcher. Already the 3rd circle visit of the afternoon, but Cameron Pearson, a more orthodox windup, and then Cazares on the other side goes all the way down to nearly her ankles and then whips the pitch in. So the timing could be a tad bit misconstrued if you're a Bluefield College Rams batter in this one. 2-0. Outside corner, good pitch from Pearson. Beautiful mountainy backdrop here in the 2 Virginias. Wispy clouds overhead. Now the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Throw to first. Tag, not even there from Throckmorton. But O'Neill rolling the dice there to try to throw out Bailey Godwin. Ball and 2 strikes. Or 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pearson from the belt delivers. Inside corner, strike 3. So she has 3 strikeouts just in that inning. Pearson with 4 on the day. Still no score. Going to the bottom of the 2nd. Bluefield coming to bat. Still 0-0, bottom of the second we go at Graham Rec Park. Rams coming up to bat against Cazares after being retired 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, and the 4-5-6 due up now for Bluefield. Starting out with the Smithfield, Virginia native Meredith Throckmorton. Cazares with the first pitch. Fastball drops outside and low. Trying to frame it up that time was Head, but couldn't sell it. And the count 1-0. So Throckmorton with 3 jacks on the year. Hitting .313 with 16 RBIs. That leads the team in ribbies. 0-1. Or rather, that was the 1-0, and now the count is even at 1-1. Well, Throckmorton with a lot of power out towards left field. Since Bluefield has came back here to Graham Rec Park, they have not hit a home run. 1-0. Inside and low. And the count is at 2-1. Or 3-0. He called a strike. The pitch. Right down the middle. There's a strike. So Throckmorton trying to swing through here. The count is at 3-1. Righty to righty. Throckmorton looks. The pitch. Outside and low. And it's ball 4. So Throckmorton is the first base runner of the game for Bluefield. Now to bring up Mary Blake Avery. Oh, the wind nearly whipping all of our scorecards just all the way back onto the West Virginia side, but we are having fun here at Graham Rec Park. Now the press box exposed to the elements, likely no rain today. And here comes Mary Blake Avery. This inning 245, she's got a pair of homers with 9 RBIs. Runner at first, no outs. Swinging a tipper foul, bouncing over the fence protecting the dugout, and it's strike 1. Avery coming from Menchville, Virginia. We talked about it before. Shelley Newton does target that 757 area of Virginia down in Hampton Roads. 0-1. Swinging a little number foul right behind Head, and the count is dropped to 0-2. Throckmorton coming from Smithfield, Virginia. Not very far from Menchville. American flag at full mast out there in center field. 0-2. Swinging another foul ball. Avery, refusing to go down, has to defend the plate here with 2 strikes. So over at third, it's Talton at short, King. Randy Bass covering second. Haley Lyle at first, and then from left to right in the outfield, Gore, Godwin, and Corum. Or Godwin, rather. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball towards short. Toss to Bass there. Bobbles, throw to first. Skips in, and not in time. So Avery is on with a fielder's choice. Throckmorton taken off. The transfer over to second, Bass bobbled it when she brought it into her chest, and then when she threw to first, just had a skipper over to Haley Lyle. So that'll bring up Riley O'Neill. So O'Neill, the catcher, now a junior, 2 homers and 9 RBIs, hitting .239, shows bunt, lays it down right in front of home plate, throw to second, tag. There, wow, what a play by Head. Going down to second, taking Mary Blake Avery off of the base paths, and the tag there, even though Avery didn't even try to slide. So O'Neill on with the fielder's choice, Avery taken off. And now with 2 outs, there's a runner at first for Lakin Sparks. Sparks, a young player from Tazewell, Virginia, digs in right side. Still no score. Sorry's allowing her fielders to back her up here. Wind changing directions towards home. Pitch. That's a beautiful one. Strike 1 right down the pike. That was a good bunt from O'Neill, too. It just barely got out of the batter's box. And it was just there for Head to pick it up and whip down to second. Pitch. Outside. Avery didn't get a good enough jump on it. Count is at a ball and a strike. Already 2 outs. The offer. Lowe skipping in the dirt. Jumping off the bag, O'Neill, but she goes back to second base, or first base. Union with a record of 13-17, but can't stress this enough. 11-3 in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. 1-1. Swinging a tapper foul down the third baseline. It'll stay there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lakin Sparks, who approaches this at-bat with an average of .226, looking for her first collegiate home run and 8 RBIs. Juggles the ball in her right hand. Cazares looks. 1-2. Outside, barely missed. It's the second ball to Sparks. Or rather, a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. O'Neill on at first. Still no score. Cazares ready. The payoff pitch. Swinging a line drive down the left field line. That's a base hit for Sparks. O'Neill's going to stay at second base. And now Bluefield has 2 aboard for the first time today with 2 outs. Now getting a chance to swing in this game after not being able to bat that much in the Milligan series. Here comes Keena Denton. Just 13 ABs on the year with a 154 average. She has 1 RBI. Good enough base hit, could at least knock in O'Neill here. So Denton, wearing number 12 on the right side of the plate, awaits the pitch from Cazares. First pitch. Just a bit inside, but notching the corner. Strike 1. Well, Bluefield has gotten pulverized with weather, especially on the softball end of things. It's already windy here. Just the 3rd series played at Graham Rec Park this season. The pitch nicks inside on Denton, and that looked like it hit her, but she stays in. So now a ball and a strike. Shelly Newton clapping over at third base. O'Neill at second. Sparks on with a single at first. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch had her slapping out. There's the second strike of the at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Union College hoping to send this one into the 3rd inning scoreless. 1-2. Inside corner, strike 3. There's the first strikeout of the day for Cazares. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We head to the 3rd inning, still scoreless. No score, top of the 3rd inning. Union College, the first place team from Barberville, Kentucky, taking on the Bluefield College Rams. Here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 9-1-2 due up to face Cam Pearson, who already has 4 strikeouts. Here's the right fielder, Brooke Corum. Pitch goes outside on Corum, and it's ball one. So it'd be Corum, Gore, as well as King. Corum, the righty. Wind still whipping all around like a tornado. Likely not going to see a real tornado today. That would just be the cherry on top. One ball and no strikes. Change defensively. Carly King over at third base now. Mary Blake Avery taken out of the game. The 1-0. Swinging a hard hit ground ball over to Sparks at short. Throws to Throckmorton, and the basket catch is made for out number one. So far in this game, Cam Pearson has really been dealing for the Rams. Has 4 strikeouts and has given up 2 hits. Back to the top of the lineup we go with Michaela Gore. Gore 0 for 1 with a strikeout as she bounces one over to Sparks. Good hop throw there. In time, second out. So Union still looking to plunge onto the scoreboard in this one. And Gore, who came into this game with a .432 average, now is 0 for 2. Now to bring up Julie King. King, one of those 2 hits earned off of Cameron Pearson. She snuck one right through the 5-6 hole into left. Then was doubled up. The pitch, a bit outside, but hitting the corner, strike one. No balls, 1 strike, pitch. Changeup looping right down the middle, and that buckled the knees of Julie King. So Pearson up quickly, 0-2. Low pitch count so far, but you got to see if King can battle, because these Bulldogs have the tenacity to do that, to rocket up the pitch count. 0-2. Outside, and O'Neill tried to frame it up. So it's the first ball, a good waste pitch. You can tell with Cam Pearson and Riley O'Neill that they do have a good rapport with each other, a good battery mate. Another 1-2. Swinging a little nubber over towards third. King gets it on a bobble, and 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs as the 5-3 putout is etched into the books. Rams still scoreless going into the bottom of the third inning. Now with a 0-0 tie, we go into the bottom of the third at Graham Rec Park, and the 9-1-2 due up for the Rams. Gabby Mellick going to come up against Cazares here, who has 1 strikeout and has allowed just 1 hit so far. That came from Lakin Sparks with 2 outs. Mellick on the season has been up and down in the lineup, usually at the 1 or 9 spot. And Mellick on the year, the freshman coming from Newport News, Virginia. As the pitch hits on the outside corner for the slap hitter, strike one. Mellick hitting .290. Has 4 RBIs on the year, scored 12 runs. That's second highest on the team. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Well, Mellick has to watch out for that slap hit because Bluefield has been notched for outs because they have hit that ball outside of the batter's box. Saw that happen to Mellick as well as Aaron Haley in the last series against Milligan. So she's quickly down 0-2. Offered. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout in a row for Cazares, and that will send Bluefield right back to the top of their lineup. Kate Pennington showing her bat. She's 0 for 1, grounded out to Talton over at third in the last at-bat she had back in the first inning. Rams still looking for their first score. The pitch. Outside. That missed. There's ball one. Well, Pennington led Bluefield in average last year as well as home runs. Trying to get over the 300 mark, just hitting 298 now. 1-0. Swinging a pop-up. She just missed that one. That's going to rocket and roll down the hill again. Ball and a strike for Pennington. Violent winds trying to carry us away right behind home plate. The 1-1. Swinging a chop ball over to third. Talton has it. And the laser beam to first is in time. So Pennington has been retired twice on 5-3 groundouts, and that'll bring up Lauren Bailey. So Bailey with the Peanut nickname and the song to go along with it. Batting left-handed. First pitch to her. Swinging another slat ball over to third. Talton wastes no time to rock it to first. And the Rams are retired 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. Headed to the fourth inning. Both teams looking for their first score here at Graham Rec Park. Now to the fourth inning, still looking for the first run from either team. Union College coming up to bat to lead it off against Cam Pearson, who's dealing right now for the Rams. Lauren Talton, the three-hitter, watches a fastball go inside for ball one. Talton hit into a 6-4-3 double play that ended the top of the first. So she's 0 for 1. That was after an at-bat that went nearly 15 pitches. Counted 1-0, yellow ball in hand for Pearson as she rocks, swing and a miss. Well, Union has been swinging away at these high pitches from Cam Pearson today. Milligan was a little bit more deliberate and a little bit more choosy at the plate. Now the count 1-1. Got some fans making their way out, camping out in the third baseline as the changeup misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Like Nolan Soto, or the Rams' assistant baseball coach, and his dog Biscuit are out in center. Pitch, swinging a foul ball, going right back to the backstop again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So if you're just now joining us, the Rams have not gotten a runner over to third as of yet. Just 1 hit on the day coming from Lakin Sparks. That was a well-hit ball down the left field line. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up foul on the right side. It'll get out of here in a hurry. 2 strikes on Dalton, trying to defend the plate again. Got those orange pants. Rolled up to the knees with the black socks. Count 2-2. And time called. Dalton trying to battle through this one again. Still no score. Cam Pearson with 4 strikeouts. The pitch. Swinging another hard hit grounder that nearly knocked Buddy Gallimore off his bucket. And you see in baseball when you foul it off or you let it go in the dirt, have to give it to the umpire, he brings in a new ball. We don't really have that luxury right here at Graham Rec Park because so many foul balls will leave. Pitch, changeup, loops a little too elevated over those letters across the chest. And it's a full count, ball 3. You know, in Game 2 against Milligan College, it was almost eerie how there was no wind. Payoff. Inside, ball 4. Talton earns a place at first base with a base on balls to lead off the 4th inning. Going to bring up Haley Lyle. Lyle with a strikeout swinging to lead off the 2nd. For Haley Lyle coming into this game hitting .288. She's got a pair of homers and 13 RBIs. Showing bunt, lays it down, right back to Pearson, lob to first there, and the sacrifice intact as Talton goes to second base. So Lyle retired. Now runner in scoring position for Union. Here's Mandy Head. She had a singler last time. So the slight face mask in front of her. Steps up to the plate on the right side. Pitch. Swinging a jammed foul ball, rolling right behind O'Neill. Count, no balls, 1 strike, still no score. And neither team has certainly gotten anywhere close to scoring in this one. Neither team has had a runner at third. Mandy Head was the lone runner. Union advanced to second in this one. 0-1. Inside corner, Pearson up in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Rams just at 5-14 with a pair of conference wins. Pitch. Just a bit outside as O'Neill had to slide over to get it. There's ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 1 out with a runner at second. The pitch, ground ball, hit over near third. And the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. So Talton got on with a walk, move to second on the sacrifice. As Pearson runs her fingers through her hair, steps right back up towards the rubber. 1-2. Swinging a jammed pop-up left side, and that will roll down the hill again. At Graham Rec Park, we're right on top of the hill. There's a couple of fields that are a little bit lower in sea level. I have 2 Little League fields right at the bottom of the hill. One's got a grass infield. Rams used to play at the bottom of the field, but because of the proximity to the swamp, they would lose even more foul balls than they do now. 1-2 flies outside. There's ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind meandering towards left field now. Runner at second base. Mandy Head still battling. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. K number 5. And now 2 outs for Bailey Godwin. Godwin reached on an error by Mary Blake Avery. Now Carly King replacing her at third as the changeup is chopped at. Boy, that was at her chin. Strike 1. Not sure what Godwin was thinking about there. Pitch. Hitting on the outside part of the plate for the lefty. Strike 2. So up 0-2. Runner at second. Pearson trying to end it. Pitch. High and outside. Godwin under the Mendoza line at 198. No homers and 12 RBIs. Can do it with a base hit here. Flashing her bat. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So after the walk to start it off, Cam Pearson retires the next 3. Go into the bottom of the 4th. 0-0. Cam Pearson will lead off a scoreless bottom of the fourth inning. She has 6 strikeouts in the circle today and now trying to put Bluefield on the scoreboard. It'll be Pearson, Throckmorton, and Avery, or possibly Carly King as she replaced Avery a few innings ago. Sorry, still on the mound. She has 2 strikeouts on the day. Rams were retired 1-2-3 in the third inning. This pitch drops outside and low. Pearson grounded out to Talton at third her last time up. Rams only have 1 hit courtesy Lakin Sparks. That was with 2 outs. Pearson well off the plate. 1-0. Swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit. So Pearson on with a single to lead off things well in the fourth. And that'll be Meredith Throckmorton coming up to the plate now. Throckmorton earned a walk her last time. Now stepping up to the plate, due for a big hit. First pitch to the first baseman. Outside and low. Head trying to frame it up. Wind still whipping towards third. The pitch. Throckmorton thought about it and it hit the outside corner. So after she holds up, there's strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pearson on at first base. Have to see if Buddy Gallimore tries to roll the dice to send her to second on a steal. 1-1. Outside. There's ball 2. Pearson got a good sprint and is just waiting for that ball to possibly go behind head. Count 2-1. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did she go? No, she did not. Throckmorton holds up, and now the count is at 3-1. So Cazares really hasn't given anything for Throckmorton to hit in this one. Now Cazares with the visor on. 3-1. Swinging a hard hit ground ball down the third baseline. After it ricochets off the fencing hard out into left field, Throckmorton now in a full count. Looking at her bat. This is a big poppers in the Bluefield lineup between Pearson and Throckmorton. Payoff. Well, it was well inside. She tried to jam her, and now she pulled on the third base side out of play. Count at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pearson at first. Just in the fourth inning, no score. Second payoff. Swinging another hard hit ball straight up the middle, a base hit. Rolls to Godwin, and Bluefield has their first 2 batters aboard in the bottom of the fourth. Now to bring up Carly King. Or Callie King, rather. So, excuse me, Carly King showing bunt. First pitch, lays it down third base side, and Talton lays it to let it go out of play. So a foul ball. King making her 12th appearance at .273 average for the third baseman. No homers, and she has 4 RBIs, but she has Pearson at second and Meredith Throckmorton at first. Adjusting her white batting helmet and stepping up on the left side. 0-1. High and in. Ball and a strike. See if King thinks about another bunt this time. Talton playing even with the bag at third base and now approaching. 1-1 to the righty. High and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, the Bluefield dugout starting to bark here. 2-1 offer. Swinging a tapper right up the middle and a dead ball after it hit off of the foot of King before she got out of the batter's box. So now the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. King, the freshman from Reiner, Virginia, went to Auburn High School, not too far from Blacksburg. 2-2. High and outside, ball 3, a full count. So like we've seen out of Union in the first couple of innings, Bluefield starting to work up the pitch counts as well. Especially that last at-bat from Meredith Throckmorton. Worked up to a full count and got on with a single. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball through the hole into left field. Pearson getting the green light. Throw to the plate. Not in time. RBI single for King, and Bluefield is on the board. Gore fielded it in shallow left and definitely had a chance to throw it home, but wasn't a good enough line to Mandy Head, who had to pick it up off of a bounce, and Pearson comes in to score. Throckmorton moves to second, and King on with a single to first base, her 6th RBI of the season. So now 1-0, and here is Riley O'Neill. O'Neill reached on a fielder's choice her last time. That was on a bunt attempt. Pitch shows bunt, pulls back, and it's low. So the Rams on the board. King coming into the game after Mary Blake Avery had an error at third base and kind of a boneheaded base running play to second when she was thrown out on a bunt attempt from home. 1-0. Swinging a grounder, sneaking through into left center field, a base hit. Throckmorton will score. Here comes King to third, and it's an RBI double. 2-0, Rams up on the first place team in the conference. So King over to third and O'Neill to second. That'll bring up Lakin Sparks. All that wind really whipping around. Now a timeout called. Union's going to try to talk this one over. 2-0 Rams. Solid jump, and we have been missing that here at Graham Rec Park. The Rams have slowed down and made it close in the last few innings of the game, especially after Milligan had already jumped out to a sizable lead. O'Neill will stay at second, and Lakin Sparks ready to come up. Well, that wind is just unforgiving. Here's Sparks, 1 for 1, the freshman. Runners at second and third, still no outs. Pitch. Watches it hit the inside corner. Cazares in a bit of a jam here. Oh, 1 to Sparks. And the righty thinks about it and lays off a high pitch. Count is 1-1. So Nicole Felker, in her second season as the coach of Union, has her team trying to get through this inning. Only one force available. Now the 1-1. Inside corner. And the shortstop is down in a 1-2 count. Inning started off with a single up the middle from Pearson. Same thing from Meredith Throckmorton. King got it through into left field for a single, and then Riley O'Neill with a double to left center. 1-2. Sparks watches high and in. There's ball 2. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So runners at second and third for Bluefield. Now leading 2-0, and we're in the bottom of the 4th. Union looking for their first out recorded. 2-2. Swinging a fly ball to left, dropping in a base hit. King will score. Sliding into third, O'Neill, RBI single. Sparks has a big lead at first, and now she's going to go back to the bag after Lyle gets back to cover. Rams refuse to quit. They're up 3-0. So Sparks 2 for 2. Now Cazares taken out, and now a new pitcher in. Be Heather Keene warming up on the circle, and we'll take a break. 3-0 Rams just in the 4th inning with no outs. So with no outs in the bottom of the fourth, and the Rams leading now 3-0. That'll bring up Heather Keene, the junior from St. Augustine, Florida. So far on the year, Keene has manufactured a 4.43 ERA, 4-5 on the year with 49 innings pitched, 35 runs and 31 earns. First pitch inside, and now going way off the bag at second and in a rundown. Sparks is out. And they're going to say that it hit Denton. So the first pitch from Keene actually hits the ankle of Denton. And now the head coach for Union coming out and really talking about this one, Nicole Felker, giving a quick couple of sentences to the umpire. And now the bases are loaded. So Sparks moves to second, Denton to first on a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Gabby Melick with no outs, bases loaded. Score is already 3-0. Infield creeping in for Union. Melick 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pitch. Line outside of the slap-hitting lefty. 1 ball, no strikes. So the chance for the Rams to really break open the floodgates here. Bases loaded, no outs. Pitch. Swing and a miss. The count at 1-1. First batter of the inning was Cam Pearson. She's the 3-hitter. Now we're at the 9 spot. 1-1. Pop-up foul, left side. We'll zoom out of here. A ball and 2 strikes to the left fielder. Melick trying to improve offensively, but we've seen her make some good plays out in left field. Covers a lot of ground very fast. Keene rocks and offers. In the dirt, outside. Keeping it in front, Mandy Head. O'Neill doesn't think about coming home. 2 balls, 2 strikes. American flag bending in center field, pointing towards left. 2-2. Swing and a miss outside. And the first out of the inning recorded on Gabby Melick. Back to the top of the lineup with Kate Pennington. Bases stay loaded, 1 out. 3-0 Rams. Keene wearing the black hat, whips it. Pitch right down Broadway. There's strike 1. So Cazares, the last batter attributed to her, will be Lakin Sparks. Keena Denton got on first with a hit by pitch. 0-1. So we're going to pop up foul right side. That'll go over the Union dugout and out of play. Well, the sun beaming down directly overhead. Some wispy clouds approaching on the horizon, but no rain. Bluefield is just bringing in the runs. The 0-2. Outside, nearly there. And Pennington laid off. There's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners all around for Bluefield. 1-2. Swing and a foul tip, dropped by Head, and she almost had it. So if the catcher gloves it, Pennington goes down on a strikeout to fall to 0 for 3 today. She's grounded out to Lauren Talton at third twice. No batting gloves for the center fielder in this one. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So now 2 outs. Keene has already put 2 Ks in the books, and here's batter number 9 of the inning. Lauren Bailey. Bases loaded, batting right-handed. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut for the second baseman. There's strike 1. She's 0 for 2, grounded out to second in the first inning. And also grounded out to third in the third. We're in the fourth now. 0-1. Swing and a miss. She's well off the plate, and that pitch was on the outside corner. Just didn't have enough range on that swing. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Union trying to get out of the jam. The 0-2. Swinging a pop-up right behind home plate, and that's going to roll straight to me. So after picking that up, couldn't get over the backstop, and Bailey is down 0-2 in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 3-0. Union trying to get out of the jam, and Bailey trying to knock in her teammates. Keene looks in, the pitch. High and outside, Bailey lays off. to Lauren Bailey, the freshman from Suffolk, Virginia. The 1-2. Swinging another pop-up, zooming out of the ballpark, and it's going to roll down the hill. One ball, two strikes. Bailey staying in. A couple of foul balls. Keene doing a good job in the circle, but the Rams have the bases juiced. 1-2 again. Swinging a flare over towards short and caught on a basket catch by King. Almost stumbled after tripping into Lakin Sparks, but the side retired. Bluefield able to put 3 runs on the board, but they leave the bases loaded as well. As we head to the 5th inning, Rams up by 3. Rams jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. Now we head to the 5th. And Cameron Pearson still on the mound, facing off against the 7-8-9. Here's Randy Bass. Fastball goes outside. 6 strikeouts on the day for the right-handed pitcher from Tennessee. Senior working well, and Union hasn't really threatened offensively, but the Rams did have the bases loaded in the 4th, as the 1-0 is popped up out of play, and it will once again bounce down the hill. The count at 1-1, so it'll be Bass, Tedder, and Brooke Corum. Heather Keene came in for Union, and after hitting Denton with a pitch, mowed down the next 3 batters. As a line drive skies up the middle. Here's a base hit for Randy Bass. She's on for the first time today. And Union has some life in their dugout. Here comes Mariah Tedder. Wind flowing towards left. Here's Tedder. She struck out looking to end the top of the 2nd. Taking a long look at our bat. Digs in on the right side. Pitch. Inside, ball 1. A little bit low near the knees. So Pearson making sure that she can fight through these early jams. That is the 2nd inning in a row where Pearson has allowed the first batter to get on the base. 1-0. So we're going to pop up right side. Throckmorton backing up. Bailey trying to find it, and the wind carried it out. Ball and a strike. So Tedder trying to battle with Randy Bass at first. Showing bunt, lays it down, third base side or first base side, and foul. So now it's 1-2, going for the bunt after swinging away at the first few pitches of the at-bat. Pearson walks up towards the mound again. Runner at first. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. King whips to second. There. Throw to first. In time. What a double play. 5-4-3. And that was a bang-bang play at first. Tedder almost beat the throw, but good job by King and an excellent job by Lauren Bailey to turn and throw across her body to get it over to Meredith Throckmorton. 2 outs for Brooke Corum. We're in the top of the 5th. Rams up 3-0. Pitch. Swinging a chopped ball in the air. Bailey chasing up and makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 5th we go. Rams leading 3-0. Cameron Pearson will lead it off again for Bluefield. 3-0 they lead now in the bottom of the 5th. Pearson 1 for 2 on the day now after getting that rally started for the Rams in the 4th with a single. Also scoring a run. Heather Keene juggling the ball around her first pitch, and Pearson watches it drop near her shins, ball 1. So the Rams did have bases loaded after Keene plunked Denton on her first pitch of her outing, but then after that, straight 3 outs from the junior pitcher. As that pitch is swung on, grounded towards short. King has it. Throw to first. Little low, but in time. Pearson retiring, and that'll bring up Meredith Throckmorton. She probably had maybe the hardest hit ball of the day for the Rams on a laser beam hit up towards center field. Pitch. Watched outside and high. Seems like with both Cazares and Heather Keene, they have positioned outside on the big bopper Meredith Throckmorton with 3 homers on the year. Batting in the cleanup spot. 1-0. That time it's inside, but hits the corner. Throckmorton had to jump out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut from Throckmorton and just missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So nobody on, and a rare moment where the wind has stopped. Now another gust and the 1-2. Outside. So 1 out, 3-0 Rams. They left O'Neill, Sparks, and Denton all on base last time. The bases loaded and no outs. Swing and a miss for Throckmorton, and the 3rd strikeout of the game for Keene. So after hitting Denton in the foot, she has retired 5 in a row. That'll bring up Carly King. King knocked in a run on a single. The pitch. Here's strike 1 on the inside corner. So King coming in for Mary Blake Avery just a few innings ago and now has made her dent in the game. The 0-1. Check swing at a pitch that already hit the glove. She was well late. There's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Heather Keene working fast in the bottom of the 5th. 0-2. Swinging a pop-up middle of the infield. Going over to get it Bass, and she squeezes for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down go the Rams after that big inning they had in the 4th. Headed to the 6th now. 3-0 Bluefield on top. Three nothing. Top of the 6th. Cam Pearson in the circle. Pitches to Gore. It's inside. It's ball 1. Gore is 0 for 2. Batting over 400 on the year and has 6 home runs for the Bulldogs. So doing all that in the leadoff spot. Meanwhile, Cam Pearson having one heck of a day inside of the circle. Has 6 strikeouts. Pitch. Shows bunt and popped right back down onto the ground, right behind the catcher, O'Neill. Count is at 1-1. Gore is one of those strikeouts. Struck out to lead off the game. Ball and a strike. Showing bunt to get her timing down as she swings and pops it up left side, and it'll roll out of the ballpark again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gore, the left fielder, King on deck, and Lauren Talton. Between the 3 of them, the only one to get a hit is King. 1-2. Swinging a line drive, hard hit, but she was well in front. That got out of the ballpark in a hurry on a foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. That might have been the hardest ball that Gore has been able to connect on, but just couldn't keep it inside the boundaries. Showing bunt, pulls back, 1-2, just missing outside. Pearson smiling, thought she had it there. For Bluefield, a 3-run lead for them on what could be a big win in the conference. Pitch. Swinging another pop-up foul on the left side. They already have 1 win on the year. They actually run-ruled Brunel. They have 2 AAC wins, but I mean 1 win that they could hang their season on, and Brunel ranked number 19 in the country, and the Rams led off that series with a huge win over them. Another 1-2. Way outside and high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Wind flowing again. Payoff. Swinging a pop-up jam foul left side, and that'll go over the green casing protecting the fence. Out of play. The wind staying fierce. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gore battling. Pearson rocks and offers. Inside and low, and Michaela Gore with a great plate appearance leads off the 6th with a walk. Just the 2nd walk of the day from Cam Pearson. That'll bring up Julie King. First pitch. Inside on the righty, ball one. So it's 3-0. And Bluefield, what has helped them today has really been the play of the second baseman, Lauren Bailey. They have been able to turn some crucial double plays going back to the first inning as well as most recently in the fifth. 1-0. Runner going, throw to second, not on target. Bailey there to back it up, and Gore is on with a stolen base into scoring position. Meanwhile, the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Gore with a big jump, and O'Neill just couldn't get it on target, threw it wide to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike to King, so that'll take off the opportunity of a double play, at least by force outs. 1-1. Showing bunt, pulls back as Pearson drilled that one nearly on her ankle. There's ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Now King is well off of the home plate as that one really hits on the right side part, and it's strike 2. So evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pearson trying to get another strikeout here. Runner at second and no outs. And the Rams find their 3rd conference win, 2-2. Swinging a pop-up foul right behind home plate, and once again it'll go near our press box and roll out of here. Even count at 2-2 for the shortstop. King trying to knock her teammate in. 2-2. Swinging a pop-up once again, foul. Boy, there have been so many foul balls today for Union, and then Cam Pearson has been able to fight back and force them to ground out or strike out. There has only been 3 hits for the Bulldogs in this game. Count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pearson with the ball in her glove. Offers. Swinging a pop-up. This time it's on the left side. O'Neill chasing, and then it'll fall right near the fans. Even count at 2-2. King working up another large pitch count. Gore on with a walk, and she stole second. 2-2. High and in. Right at the wrists. There's ball 3. So another Union batter has worked into a full count. Down 3-0. Payoff from Pearson. Swinging a dead ball after she fouled it off of her right thigh pretty hard. It rolled all the way to first base, and it was doing that in a hurry. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Payoff again. Swinging a pop-up shallow center. Pennington calls for it and squeezes for out number 1. Long at bat for King, and now she goes to 1 for 3, 1 out. Top of the 6th. That'll bring up Lauren Talton, 0 for 1. Grounded out to end the top of the 1st in a 6-4-3 double play and walked in the 4th. Another Union batter that escalated the pitch count pretty quickly. Runner at second, 1 out. Gore pretty speedy at second base. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it crosses the Union letters for strike 1. Good pitch from Pearson. Mostly fastballs from Cam Pearson today. We haven't seen that loopy changeup in a while. And coming up on her 100th pitch. Batting right-handed, Talton trying to find the first base hit of her day. The pitch, swinging it, there it is, right up center field. Pennington fields, whips into home, cut off by Throckmorton, toss there, not in time, and Union is on the board. RBI single from Lauren Talton. Pennington relayed it in, and maybe the better bet would be to try to throw it home, but now Talton on at first with a single, and Union is on the board, 3-1. So just 1 out and a runner at first base. Here's Haley Lyle. 0 for 1, had a sacrifice bunter last time. First pitch, gets on in the strike zone again, strike 1. A little bit inside, count 0-1.
Playing a doubleheader.
0-1.
Got another flare back on the backstop,
rolling off the fence, right back to O'Neill, strike 2.
3-1 the lead for Bluefield. Got 0-2, Pearson towing up the rubber again. Bruce James the pitch. Just a bit outside. We've seen her get up quickly in the count 0-2, and the next pitch just a bit outside, trying to see Union chase. So Talton waiting idly by first base. 1-2. High and in. An even counting, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Could be a huge win for Bluefield. At the bottom of the AAC playing against the first place team. There's strike 3. Lyle watches it go on the inside corner. Now she has been retired on strikes for the second time today. Make that out number 2 on the top of the 6th. Rams still keep their 3-1 lead, and now it'll go to Mandy Head. 2 outs. Runner at first. Pitch. Swing a high pop-up left side, and that'll get out of here in a hurry again. Drops the count to 0-1. Just now joining us in the 6th, Gore got onto the walk, stole second. Then Judy King popped up to center field. After that, Lauren Talton with a good single right up the middle. And that brought in Gore from second base. 0-1. Looked outside, throw to first. No tag there from Throckmorton. Able to dive back into the bag, Lauren Talton. Count it 1-1. Pitch. Swinging a pop up again on the left side. That'll go out of play, foul ball. So Cam Pearson looking for what could be a huge win today and looking for the last strike of the top of the 6th inning. Rams looking for a better insurance plan when we go into the bottom of the 6th here at Grand Rec Park. But Union not necessarily done yet. They have a runner at first in Talton. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pearson looking into O'Neill, showing bunt. Mandy Head, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, creeping down the left field line and dropping foul. One ball, 2 strikes. You see in the middle of your screen the American flag just at full staff. Wind still favoring and left, hooking towards that foul pole, and nobody really has tested that today. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch. Change up just a bit low. Almost had her there. There's ball 2 as that ball refused to get in the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dalton on at first. Pitch. Swinging a little tapper to Pearson. She fields, lobs to first in time, and that is it for the top of the 6th. But a run scores on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Bottom of the 6th at Grand Rec Park. Rams on top, 3-1.
Welcome back to Grand Rec Park. Rams up 3-1, headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. Riley O'Neill will lead it off against Heather Keene, who came in and worked well. She has retired 6 straight batters. Now the 6, 7, 8 due up for the Rams, starting with the catcher. First pitch to the junior. Big swing and a miss on a good fastball inside. So I have to wonder if Keene will start game 2 for Union. Comes into this game with a 13-17 overall record, but an 11-3 conference record. Down by just 2 runs now. The pitch, fastball high. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So up next, Lakin Sparks and Keena Denton in the hole. Pitch popped up right behind home plate, and that will go over our press box again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind still whipping in. Imagine that. It just stays here, no matter the season, whether spring, winter, fall, or summer. Pitch. Pop up, shallow right, stopping in the wind, drifting, and making the catch was Bass on a basket-style catch. She stumbled right into the dirt. The ball just literally stopped in the sky. It was going to travel a little bit further out. Didn't get out of the infield, and Bass able to glove it for out number 1 to make that 7 straight batters retired by Heather Keene. Here's Lakin Sparks, 2 for 2. And the shortstop watches it hit the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch outside corner. Sparks watched a hit, and she's quickly down 0-2. Keena Denton on deck, was hit by a pitcher last time, but Sparks doing a good job today getting on base. 0-2 flies outside. Had a single in the 2nd inning and was left there. Knocked in a run her last time up back in the 4th inning. Stepping up to the rubber, Keene. Now the 1-2 offer. Zooms inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The freshman from Tazewell, the 1-2. Hits it high in the air, out to center field. Godwin backtracking and makes the catch on what would be the warning track. So there is out number 2, and that was the biggest drifter we've seen today from either team, and Sparks now goes to 2 for 3. Here's Keena Denton. Denton, the designated player. She struck out looking to end the 2nd inning and was hit by a pitch on the first one she saw from Heather Keene. So now Heather Keene has retired 8 in a row. In the bottom of the 6th, folks, Rams up 3-1. Swing and a miss. Denton was well late on that breaking ball. Strike 1. Game has gone just an hour and a half, rolling through the 0-1. Swing and a miss again, and Keene is working well. No balls, 2 strikes. And with the wind stopping and starting up, Keene ready, rocks 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches to Keena Denton, and the Rams, for the 2nd straight inning, go 3 up, 3 down. Trying to mow him down in the 7th, though. 3-1, Rams on top, going into the final inning of Game 1 of this doubleheader. Cam Pearson looking for the final 3 outs to try to upset the #1 team in the AAC. First pitch Godwin pops it up on the left field side. Mellick chases into foul territory, and she dropped it. Almost had it, and Gabby Mellick just let it pop out of her glove. So a missed opportunity there from a usual stout left fielder. And the count is 0-1. 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup for Union. Somebody's umbrella just starting to fly away now. The 0-1 outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's still going. I don't know if anybody could see that on our stream, but wow. That wind is horrible. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Godwin is 0 for 2. Reached on an error by Mary Blake Avery at third in the second. And then in the 4th inning, went down on strikes. 1-2. Swinging a pop-up left side of the infield. King called off by Sparks, and she'll squeeze as the shortstop makes the catch for out number 1. Rams just 2 outs away from a win. 3-1 the score. And we will have game 2 just about 30 minutes after this one. Field in good shape today after not having any rain for just about 2 days, which is pretty much a record. Randy Bass approaches home plate. First pitch. Top of the right corner, strike 1. Bass reached on a single in the 5th inning and struck out swinging in the 2nd. 0-1. Swinging a line drive to center field. Pennington has a beat on it. Makes the catch out number 2. There's 1 out away. Can the Rams hold on? Leading by 2. Cam Pearson and flat out great in the circle today. Mariah Tedder steps up to the plate. One of the last chances for Union. First pitch zooms right down the middle, strike 1. Rams at 2-10 in conference with a chance to make it 3-10 to try to get back into the winning side of things moving into April. No balls, 1 strike. Rocks and offers, pitch inside. Ball and a strike number 4 in the circle going up against Tedder, who is 0 for 2. Went down looking in the 2nd and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in the 5th. 1-1. Swinging a pop-up again, and it will sky out of here again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Union down to their final strike of game 1. Pearson ready. Pitch. Swinging a pop-up right side and in towards the parking lot again. 7 strikeouts on the day for Cam Pearson. And a possibility to end the game with 8. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pearson looking in. The pitch. Change up just a bit low, and O'Neill just sighed. Thought she had her framed up. There's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Once again, the changeup that has fooled some of these Union batters today. Tedder with an open stance. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a pop-up center field. This should do it. Pennington charging up. Makes the catch, and that is it. Bluefield able to win 3-1, knocking off the number 1 team in the AAC by a score of 3-1. It was a big inning for Bluefield in the 4th, and the Rams, that's all they needed. A big win for Cam Pearson, who ends with 7 strikeouts and just allows 1 run in this game. So the Rams now move to a record of 6-14, 3-10 in conference. Union falls to 13-18. And then with a 11-4 record in the AAC. We'll step aside for just about half an hour and be right back here for Game 2 on the Rams Digital Sports Network.